P2 Peeps.
What's up, y'all? Your boy P2 Peeps, and today we're gonna be talking about collecting cards. Specifically, just a quick little story about my experience with card collecting. So, quick little background on your boy. I wasn't exactly the richest kid growing up. In fact, I would say that I was not rich at all, and probably on the poorer end of things. Okay, so let's get that out the way. I know a lot of people in here in the comments like to think that I'm rich, but guys, I bought all this shit myself. I worked for it, so that just because I have things doesn't make me rich. All right. Anyway, going forward, right? So, me not being really that rich as a kid, my parents didn't really see the need to get me a lot of toys, and with that also came with the same kind of logical thinking that cards were equally useless. So as a kid growing up, I didn't really have a lot of cards until I really just kind of begged for them. You know, it didn't really take long, of course, for me to get like a small little, I guess you could say, collection. You know, if 10 cards is a collection to you, just a single booster pack. But it's all my parents wanted to get me at the time, and you know, it's all we could afford. Now, as I got a little bit older, maybe probably like a year or two from now, so maybe we're thinking, I was talking about maybe like 4 or 5 year old me, maybe 6-year-old me. So fast forward, we're talking about now 7 to 9-year-old me. We started going more often to the flea markets and swap meets out in Oakland, and it was there that, well, my parents were a lot more willing to buy me toys and cards because they weren't the name brand ones that were in the store, and they were extremely cheap. And me being me as a kid, I didn't really care about what was fake, what was real, or any of that stuff. You know what I mean? All I knew was that everybody had Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and the backing looked kind of like this, right? And I wanted it. I wanted to fit in with the rest of the kids. I wanted to play with the little monster cards and all that stuff. I wanted Pokemon cards too. I wanted to not be left out.
Now, with the magic of my polymerization card, I'll combine Joey's red eyes with my summoned scum. A combo!
All the kids at school always dueling each other or playing with their action figures and bringing it to school and stuff. And I was one of the only kids who never really brought anything to school except the lunch pail that I always forgot. Literally always forgot it. Like, eat lunch and just forget the lunch pail. And it came to a point where my mom just stopped packing me lunch and started getting making me get the school lunch. So anyway, yeah, I remember going to those flea markets and swap meets and going straight to the card vendors, straight to where all the collectible cards were and stuff. And man, I ain't gonna lie, back then I did not see how bad these fakes were. But here, let me show you guys. I got a little pile of some of the fakes here. And this is gonna range, okay? So this is gonna range from a good fake to a bad fake to just something that's not something that's not good at all. So here, these are just 2 random cards I picked out from like the old cards that I had left over. I don't know why I kept these, but it's a good thing I did, because now I could do a video on them. But you see these 2 cards, I won't even tell you, I won't even say that these are my favorite cards or anything like that. These are just some of the cards that were in the pile. As you guys can tell, they are a little fake. They are a little bit more pale in color, especially on the outside here, and in the back too. On the back too, they're not as dark, and they're also on the front missing that little shiny sticker thing. So here's the front of a real card for those of you who might need that, and then here's the backing, so you guys can see the difference. They look pretty similar, but this one's a little bit darker, and the colors look a little bit more, I guess you could say, rich. If that's a word to describe it. So those are the best fakes I had. Not all of them, but that's what they all kind of look like. You know, they're missing a little square thing at the bottom and yada yada yada. So now we're gonna now cross into the realm of the fuck is this? Okay, so this one is probably one of the most egregious fakes I had, and I brought this one to school. I definitely remember bringing this one to school. And God bless my friends for not making fun of me, because wow, this does not look good at all, boys. Like, the picture, yeah, it's okay, but it looks overly saturated. I mean, the font is all off. it doesn't even, you know, it says Earth without the Japanese characters in the top right. Like that's you know, that's not that great. And now we're crossing into another realm. You know, this one's, I don't know, what would you guys rate this one? Is this one slightly better than the other fake, or what, you know, what we got going on here? What's everyone's opinions? This one, a little bit, once again, a little bit oversaturated in color, and it also kind of mimics the show's font for the attack and defense stuff. There's the back of the card here of this one, really kind of weird. So yeah, that's I remember bringing some of these fakes to school. You know, not all of them I got away with. All right. So, some people would straight up just be like, "Is that a fake card?" And I just have to be like, "No," and just put my shit away in the confusion and chaos. But here's 2 more fake cards for y'all just to see what's going on here. Another thing, like, there's another thing that, like, with some of these fake cards, I know you could tell with this little dragon one. Wait, was this a dragon? Yeah, the dragon head one. It's almost got like a holographic kind of quality to it, which is really not that great for a card that is obviously not shiny. I really can't tell if you guys can see the holographics in that one, but you know, there's some slight little kaleidoscopy patterns on it when it's shining in the light. Yeah, collecting cards was, of course, all the craze, and it still is now. You know, we got people who are opening up Pokemon card packs left and right, getting like 300, 400, 1,000 something plus dollar pulls. It's crazy to me. Like, as a kid, I never ever thought that things would ever reach that kind of level for like expensive stuff, you know? Like, I just bought cards as a kid because I liked the fucking pictures on them, man. I didn't even like play the game. That's another thing, guys. I'll admit it right now, I never ever played a regular game of Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon with the cards. Every time I played Yu-Gi-Oh with my cousin, we would slightly alter the rules so that it could just go a little bit faster for us. But yeah, we did not I did not play any of the games really by the standard rules. I don't know, man. I feel like I had ADHD as a kid. I probably still do have it, man. I was just so like, if things weren't going fast enough for me in the card game, I would get really fidgety and I just want to go all in. Let's go. Like, let's fight it out type shit. Like, that was just me as a kid, man. Super impatient, super impulsive, and I mean, I guess still some of that hangs around now. But yeah, here's some more cards here. I'll pull down here just to show you guys that, like, I for a fact really just got cards because I liked them. So this right here is a Digimon card. I know not a lot of people have these, but I fucked with Digimon super tough, and I have hella actually, you know, I think that my Digimon card collection, while it might not be like super crazy or anything, I might actually have more rare cards of Digimon than I do of Pokemon. This is the rarest Pokemon card I have in my entire collection. It is a really OG card, Dark Kadabra or something like that. Yeah, Dark Kadabra. I wouldn't even call it like a prized possession. As you guys can see, it is not in a sleeve. So I know some of you guys who collect cards are probably gonna kill me, but yeah, that's my thing. Like, back when I collected cards, as a kid, I just wanted the cool picture, you know. And I also got another cool thing, like, I want to kind of mention. Back when I started collecting cards, I also started amassing a huge collection of baseball cards, and it was solely because of my 3rd grade teacher, Mr. Picky. Rest in peace, his soul. At least that's what I heard. You know, I heard he passed away. So, you know, Mr. Picky, if you are out there still alive and breathing, I wish you a very good day. If, you know, the reports that I heard from years past are that you did indeed pass on, then you know, rest in peace, Mr. Picky. You're probably one of the coolest teachers that I ever had as a kid. But anyway, running out of breath there. Okay. Let me just breathe out a little bit. Ooh. Okay, 3, 2, 1. But anyway, got a bunch of baseball cards from my 3rd grade teacher because that's what he liked to do. When we got questions right, or volunteered for things, or just did good things to each other, like, or for each other, and our Mr. Piggy would notice, he would just chuck a baseball card. He would yell out your name and chuck a baseball card at you. He'd sling it, freaking toss it like this. Yeah, sometimes it was a hazard for the eyes. He would always just tell everyone to look out. But he was super enthusiastic about it and like super happy. And I did not know a thing about baseball. So like getting all those baseball cards and a whole bunch of them, like, and I mean boxes of them. Like, here, let me take down one. This is one of the cases that he gave me. This is a whole stack, a whole collection of them that was just straight up given to me because I think I won some sort of like writing quiz or got the fastest time for some school thing. But imagine these, but like 4 times the size, because he used to give out boxes too. Whenever there were any sort of good or big events, he would give out those premium little cases things with actual, like, you know, regular cards where he stocked up in there, and holographic cards and all that stuff and rare stuff. Or he would give us a bunch of boxes of you know, cards, just straight up box, just a straight up box full of a whole bunch of random cards. I'm not kidding you, man. Mr. Picky probably had millions of baseball cards because he was giving those things out every single day, and that was literally his thing. Like, he was at the school for maybe like 6+ years before I even got there, and he was still giving out cards at the same rate. So, you know, he was a real one. But anyways, as I, you know, going forward from the little baseball card story, didn't really know much about the cards, but I still collected them. I still kept them on me. Yeah, I gave some away and all, but there's just something about collecting cards that is kind of fun. I'll say that, you know, like, just get, like, you know, picking up a pile of cards that you like, you know, the cards and things that you like, and looking through them. Sometimes it's just kind of entertaining. You know, you might not be playing a game. You might not be looking to sell them. You know, you're just looking at it and admiring it, and that's okay. That's what cards are for. That's what collecting and collecting trading cards and stuff is there for, you know? It's just there for someone's own personal amusement. You know, I used to wonder all the time as a kid, why would people place such high value on, you know, all these different cards? Like, yeah, this one's shiny, but it's just a card at the end of the day. And, you know, nowadays, as an adult, I still kind of wonder that sometimes. But I already know the answer to that question, and it's just that everyone but everyone just places value on the things that they like. And if someone likes it, you know, enough, they're gonna pay for it if they want to. So yeah, I didn't really have a point with this video, I ain't gonna lie. I just wanted to talk about collecting cards, collecting fake cards and stuff, because I have a bunch of freaking fake Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So that's about it for this little rant thing. If you guys want to see a lot more egregious fake Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I can definitely do a video on that, because I have a lot. I have a lot of fake Yu-Gi-Oh cards, man. It was like, because, you know, it's since you're getting it at the flea market and the swap meets and stuff, you can get like a whole pack of like 100 or something for like $1 or $2, man. It was really not that big a deal to get a bunch, which was why, you know, as a kid, I probably should have. I mean, you know, I knew most of me knew it was fake, but I think as a kid, I probably should have thought a lot harder about why it was extremely, extremely cheap to be in those packs, because those being as fake as they were, that it didn't bother me that much as a kid until I looked at a bunch of real cards when I got home. But I mean, you know, like I said, I kind of really only liked a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards and stuff for the pictures. So, you know, a kid with a big imagination like mine at the time could do a lot with just looking at this Y dragon head picture. You know, I used to imagine like Power Ranger-esque adventures being inside of this dragon and stuff, just looking at the picture. You know, the mind of a child is humongous and vast. But yeah, that's about it for this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy this one, kind of different kind of content. If you did, please leave a like and a comment for your boy so I can continue to do these things and whatnot. And, you know, once again, let me know if you guys want to see a video on the fake Yu-Gi-Oh cards eventually. I can definitely do that. But that's about it, y'all. P2 out. Peace.
P2 peeps.